For almost 20 years, World of Warcraft players have been asking for one thing, just one big thing, a place to call their own. Today, we're going to dive into the incredible story of how the game's developers went from a feature that honestly almost broke the game's social core to creating one of the most ambitious player-first systems they have ever designed. So you see, this isn't just a story about virtual houses, it's a tale of learning from a massive, massive mistake.
But first, let's just start with a question that gets right to the heart of this whole thing. What really makes a virtual space feel like a home? Is it all about having the most efficient, useful command center you could possibly imagine? Or is it about something else, expression, community, and just that feeling you get? This is the central question Blizzard really had to answer.
And their journey gave us two very, very different answers. We're going to compare the old garrison system from Warlords of Draenor with the brand new housing system, because they really do represent two completely opposite design philosophies.
And when you see them side by side like this, the differences are, well, they're just striking. The garrison was all about utility and efficiency, and it turns you into a commander. And the result of that? Pretty severe player isolation. And on top of all that, it was basically designed to be thrown away after just one expansion. The new housing system? It flips every single one of those points on its head. It's all about expression and being social. You're a homeowner, not a commander. And it's built to last forever.
So let's start with the villain of our story, the garrison. This was a feature so powerful, so all-encompassing, that it accidentally created what the community started calling the isolation effect. It was your own personal, lonely fortress, and yeah, it changed the game, but not in any way that anyone wanted.
I mean, the original idea was pretty cool, right? Back in the Warlords of Draenor expansion, you were this big-shot commander building a military base on a hostile alien world. It was supposed to be your personal command center, your one-stop shop for the whole war effort. It was functional, strategic, and really tied into the story. Sounds great on paper.
But that all-in-one design, it had a catastrophic side effect. We call it the isolation effect. Because your garrison had literally everything you needed, you never had to leave. Players just stopped hanging out in the big, bustling capital cities. The world started to feel empty, and the social heart of a massively multiplayer game, well, it just kind of stopped beating.
And this really gets to the core of it. Players just handled all their business from home. The cities, which had always been these vibrant hubs for player interaction, for trading, for showing off gear, for just goofing around, they became ghost towns. The convenience of the garrison came at the cost of the game's soul.
And the reason it was so isolating is because it offered everything. I mean, just look at this list. You had your very own bank and auction house. You had a personal mine and herb garden that basically made gathering professions pointless. You had a mission table that let you earn top-tier rewards while you were offline, every crafting station, and even teleports to get around. It was so hyper-efficient, it made the rest of the world feel obsolete.
Okay, so let's fast forward to today, and you can tell Blizzard has clearly learned its lesson. Their answer is the new housing system, a feature designed from the absolute ground up to encourage community, not solitude.
The entire philosophy is just a complete 180. This new system is built on 3 pillars, and I want you to notice what's missing: utility. It's all about player expression, deep social interaction, and creative freedom. They are deliberately building a system that encourages you, pushes you even, to get out into the world and hang out with other players.
And they have built the mechanics to back that philosophy up. Instead of a lonely, isolated base, you now live in a neighborhood of about 50 plots. You have persistent neighbors, the same people you see every time you log in. Anyone can visit, even players from the opposite faction. And there's even a monthly collaborative event where the entire neighborhood has to work together on a big project. It is the polar opposite of the garrison.
This brings us to probably the most fundamental shift of all, this battle between utility and creativity. What is the actual purpose of a player's personal space in a massive online world?
And this, right here, is the heart of the change. Garrisons were a utility hub. They gave you a direct, tangible gameplay advantage. The new housing system is a purely decorative canvas. By design, there is no auction house, no bank, no mission table. To do all those things, you've got to go back out into the world, which keeps the main cities alive and vibrant. It's a brilliant move.
This also has a huge, huge impact on the game's economy. The garrison was a resource generator. It was basically printing money and materials out of thin air, which, as you can imagine, caused massive inflation. Housing is the exact opposite. It's a content sink.
To decorate your house, you need items made by crafters or found in old dungeons and raids, which gives 20 years of old content new life and new value.
And by taking the focus completely off of utility, the developers were able to pour all of their resources into creating a system with just revolutionary levels of creative freedom. You are no longer a manager just clicking on menus in a base. You are an architect building a home from the ground up.
And the sheer scale of the creative options here is just on another level. We're talking free 3D placement of any object anywhere you want. You can rotate it, you can scale it, you can build multiple stories. Mix and match every surface, wallpapers, floors, ceilings. There's a brand new dyeing system. You can even import and share blueprints with your friends. This is a quantum leap beyond the Garrison's old fixed building plots.
All of this points to a much larger, much more long-term vision. This isn't just another disposable feature for one expansion. This is being built to be an evergreen system, a permanent new pillar of the game.
The Garrison was temporary by its very design. As soon as the Warlords of Draenor expansion ended, it became this forgotten relic. Housing is being built as an evergreen system from day one. It's something that's going to grow and evolve with the game for the next decade and maybe even beyond. It's a real, long-term investment in the players.
And look, you don't have to take my word for it. Here's the commitment straight from the developers themselves. They have stated, on the record, that the system is primarily player-first and not revenue-first. Now, what that means is that the huge majority of decorations are things you'll earn by just playing the game. From dungeons, raids, crafting, achievements, not by buying them in a cash shop. It's about rewarding your journey through the world.
It's also deeply tied into the new account-wide warband system. And this is huge because it means every single decoration you unlock is available to every single character you ever create. It completely respects your time and makes every collectible you find that much more valuable.
So, if we boil it all down, the transformation is this. World of Warcraft is moving away from the idea of a virtual home as this lonely, super efficient home office, and it's embracing the vision of a home as a vibrant, expressive art gallery located right in the middle of a bustling neighborhood.
And this leaves us with a bigger question to think about, not just for WoW, but for the future of all online worlds. As we spend more and more of our lives in them, what do we want them to be? Do we want them to be tools designed to make us as efficient as possible? Or do we want them to be canvases designed to let us be as creative as possible? World of Warcraft has finally made its choice. The real question is, what will everyone else do? Thanks for tuning in.